Kids going to school. Notice that there's no Mexicans. We're going on a free tour. You follow that woman with the orange umbrella.
The beginning, yes? The capital was moved in the 16th century from, you know what city? Krakow, yes? Has any one of you been to Krakow? Yes. Yeah.
Looks like we're going to see the castle walls. Not the castle walls, the walls of the city.
Yes, it's actually pork meat, pork lard that has been fried and then some spices were added to it. It has 800 calories per spoon, which makes it a perfect vodka snack.
800 calories. So you take this first.
Yes, you can have a bite first and you can leave a little bit for afterwards. There's no, let's say, rules in terms of eating and drinking. You can do it in between at the same time. Yes.
But you're not
just,
eating.
No, I'm just drinking. So imagine that we're now in a Polish wedding, yes? What I have noticed attending weddings of my friends who are not Polish is that there's always someone who delivers a speech, like telling, like someone knocks on the glass, or the father or the best man. They get up saying, like, I remember when the bride was born, she was so cute, blah, blah, she made her first steps and her first smile. Yes, I remember that, blah, blah, blah. I was like, this is strange. You see, in Poland, we don't have time for that. Why? Because the vodka is getting warm. Yeah? So, instead, we say, na zdrowie, which means to your health. So, my dear guests, na zdrowie.
Na zdrowie.
Oh, look at where she did. No food.
So you don't sip it?
No.
I did it like you.
Fantastic. Yes, I see you have been practicing before.
No. Me.
First
Oh my God.
And he's Polish. I'm not. He is.
So, how do you feel now?
Good.
Oh.
What you're having is very good quality vodka. Vodka is very cheap in Poland, yes? A bottle of excellent vodka from the premium class, yes?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
This is.
Unintentional.
I have to tell her, I like this very much.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Very
it's smells.
good.
It's very good and eaten also during the winter to stay warm, yes? So here for like €10 or $10, you can get vodka from the premium class, yes? We don't produce cheap vodka because our excellent quality vodka is cheap anyway, so it doesn't really pay off, yes? So you drink it and then after a while you feel like, I'm okay, I can have another one, yeah? So what do you think happens in a Polish wedding now?
We have another one.
We have another one, yes. Someone was asking, like, we don't throw the glass, no, because we need it.
You go.
We're gonna drink all night long, yes? So we eat and drink, and that's basically what we do, yes? Speaking of good vodka drinker, yes? In Poland, do you think it's someone who is 18 or 85 would be a better vodka drinker in Poland?
85.
Of course, yes.
85.
Why is that? Because of the experience, yes? So to illustrate this, I can tell you what happened in my own Polish wedding, yes? This is where my grandfather, he was 85 at that time, and this was the first time he met my father-in-law, who was about, he was less than 60, yes? So they sat down together, they did the Bruderschaft, and then they went like, you know, na zdrowie, na zdrowie, na zdrowie, and out of a sudden, my father-in-law just, you know, says, I'm sorry, and he falls and he's just lying on the floor, yes, completely drunk. How about my grandfather, yes? He got up, he looked at my father-in-law, who was 20 plus years younger, yes? And said, look at these men nowadays, yes? These young men, they don't know how to drink vodka, yes? He says, where's my cousin? He looked around and he found my uncle, who was 83, and he called him like, hey, wait, look at these young men, they don't know how to drink, yes?
Right.
So you have to join me, and they kept on drinking, shot after shot, until like 1 o'clock in the morning, yes? So basically, yes, my father-in-law was not able to catch up with the 95-year-old Polish vodka drinker, yes? So as you see, it's a matter of experience, yes? So when do you think you start drinking vodka in Poland? Of course, the first time you can buy alcohol in Poland is at the age of 18, yes, for all types of alcohols. But usually we get our small shot of vodka to try at a little bit earlier. At what age do you think this happens?
5, 6,
Yeah, I would
12.
say around 12. Yeah?
12.
And what do you think gives you, maybe with beer and wine, like in other cultures, that would be more natural. Like I know that in Italy, yes, they give wine with water to some, yeah, but here we're talking about heavy liquor, yes, we're talking about vodka.
Yes, yes.
So it's around 12, I would say, yes?
Yes.
And who do you think gives you this first tiny shot to try, usually?
Mama.
No.
No.
Papa would be killed by mama, yes. And it's not the grandma, it's the grandfather.
Grandfather.
Yeah, because grandpa is the head of the family. He's like the mentor, and he feels it's his duty to forward down Polish customs and traditions. Yes. So what usually happens is that mom would kill, grandmother would kill grandfather to give the little boy or girl vodka. Yes. So would the parents. So he usually does that when they're not watching. Yes. In a big family event, he takes the boy or girl and says, "Come here, grandchild. What do you want, grandfather? Oh, here's some vodka. Would you like to have some?" Yes. And, what's this? Don't ask, just drink it because grandma's coming. Quickly. I'm dying. And grandfather's like, "Oh, this is so funny. Ha ha ha." Yes. Or at least that's what my grandfather did. Yes. So when I was 9. Basically, this is how you get introduced, just a little bit, to see how vodka, like, what is the impression that it gives you, little by little. By the time you're around 17, this is when your grandfather, in a big family celebration, like grandma's birthday, yes, for the first time he puts a glass in front of you and he pours you vodka, and you have to drink it in front of the whole family, yes? So that's before you're 18, but you're almost 18, yes? And this is when mommy is watching, she's like, "Oh, my little boy is so big," and the father is like, "I'm so proud," yes? This is a sign from your family that you're now an adult, yes? That you have been accepted to the grown-ups, yes, of the family, even though you have not turned 18 yet. And your grandfather has been preparing you for that, giving you a
Little bit at a time.
a small amount, so he's proud too, as he's, let's say, responsible for this big success, yes? I hope that now you, after this, let's say, short vodka, let's say, exercise, you feel that there's much more about vodka in Poland, and it's not just something we get drunk with, yes? It's a big part of our culture. It's a big part of our tradition, yes? It's very much associated with how we socialize, yes? How we build relationships, and just to see how, if you have been listening, yes, I have a test question for you. Who produces the best vodka in the world? Of course, you have passed the test, so we can move on.
I learned that it tastes better cold.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Don't feel the
Yes.
smell, yes?
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Oh, by the way, we have special guests, and we should have drunk to them today, yes? We have 2 people who have their 47th anniversary, yes? So all the best, the vodka that we had is for you. Congratulations.
47th birthday? Anniversary.
This is what they call a milk bar. It's carryover from communist times, and they have super cheap eats so that the working people could afford it. And this is an original one, and it's actually subsidized by the government. We'll come here later and have something for lunch. This is my first restaurant. This is my soup, and they gave me that appetizer and that bread, and that beer was less than $1. Oh my God! Look at that thing. That's unbelievable. That's a Wiener Schnitzel. Look how the size of it. It cost, let's say, $5 for the whole deal. I'll have to take some back for Mary. She's at the room.
Od żeberko
This is the Malbork Castle. I guess it's the largest castle in Poland. We're taking a tour through it. This is the courtyard of the castle. That's where the guests come. This is the main castle. And over on this side is where they keep all the gold.
I want to go in.
This is where they had the banquets. This is the heating system. The Grand Master's private toilet. Heading to get some food at the Restaurant.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Greek salad.
This is my fork, that one's yours.
Pull that closer to you. Pull it closer to you. Apple strudel with ice cream. We've had about 3 times as much food that we could eat. Got to be careful. This is an amber altar made in 1600, made from amber. That's where they cooked everything. We're inside the royal castle. Pretty nice. They just hollered at Mary for sitting on one of those chairs. Next room in the castle.
Zamoyski.
That's where I'm going to sit when I'm king of Lesnau town. The king's bedchamber. This is the parliament room. You keep turning around. This is one of the biggest paintings I've ever seen in my life. Walk up there so we can see how big it is.
Read that.
We're going into this milk bar for lunch. It's subsidized by the government. It's a carryover from the communist days, when they had to have cheap restaurants for people who were poor. That's the soccer stadium. This is the old town in the second city that we visited up near the Baltic Sea. Starts with a G, but I can't pronounce it. And this is all original architecture. It's a pretty place, but the town itself is tough to drive in. At the end of the street there, that is the gate to the city. All of this was completely blown up during the war. It was just a pile of rubble. And then they put it all back with the same material that was there. All the cities here are that way. It's amazing.
Nasze dowództwo jest morowe, po pierwszej linii nadstawia głowę. Najmorowszy z przełożonych to jest nasz Olek Kukogolony. Czuwaj wiarę i wytężaj sok, kręć swój młody duch, pracując za dwóch. Czuwaj wiarę i wytężaj sok, kręć swój młody duch jak stal.
This is the Plak Rybakau Inn in Sopot. This is our first place we're staying in this town, but near the ocean. We're going to be one night here, and then we're moving to another hotel in this area. This one's pretty reasonable, only $56.
Jetzt müssen wir.
I never saw a wild swan before. They bring babies, I think. I'm taking a walk down to that pier over there. See what it looks like. We are now by the Baltic Sea in Sopot, S-O-P-O-T, Sopot. The water is like Lake Superior, but the sun is nice. It's a nice place. Our hotel is just a little bit off the beach. Prices are very reasonable here. I couldn't find anything to eat other than fish, so I got a hamburger. $2.
Yogurt.
What is it?
Yogurt and muesli.
Yogurt and mucilage.
No. You are so dumb.
Boy, that's a big tree, I'll tell you. Why are you posing? I'm taking a video. I'm taking a video. That's better. I'm down here at the main square. It's a cloudy day right now. We're waiting for the sun to come up. That's the pier. A lot of stuff going on. It's a Saturday. But Mary, she didn't want to come down there because she wants to sit at the beach in the clouds. Jammed up. This is the place for activities in this area. Ooh.
Jest moja.
Believe it or not, that's a restaurant. Holy moly. There's the menu. Not too expensive. Traditional Kashubian fish soup. Yum, 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 yum. There's a big table here. They're selling all kind of sweets and sausage and spices and everything. Good Polish food. This is where I'd like to come and eat. This is I found out this is not a festival. It's just a typical Saturday here on the square. Wow. There are a lot of people here today. We come back this evening and eat. This is in Sopot at the main square. Let's see, do I want to go to the Petit Paris restaurant or the Centrum Rehabilitation? I'm getting so I could read some of that stuff. In Sopot, and this is our room, that's our bed. This place where we're staying right here, it's 112 years old, this building and this room. That's their family.
It belongs to the lady that lives.
Bookcase. Oh, I see a typewriter up there. Look at that, old typewriter. And then we have a little sitting area here.
It's called a patio.
It's old, but it's pretty nice. There's a Saturday over here. Thousands of people. Everybody comes out for the weekend. It's the only ocean. It's a little bit of ocean they have for the whole country. It's a video.
Did you get a picture of him with his wings back?
No.
Why? I went to this one. With his wings up the tree.
This is our 112-year-old place. Pretty junky, inside and out. But better than nothing. Evening time, we're fixing to find some place to eat, and I just want to show you the people that are here. It's amazing. Maybe you put some...
Maybe it walks.
Gotta put something in there. Put it in there. Nothing. That's it.
Not anything. Polish English?
English.
English.
Yes.
Not, you
Sing
know.
Elvis Presley.
That's it.
No. No.
Oh.
This only stays.
Souvenir shopping. I don't believe it.
Okay, don't do it then.
I'll go look.
It's right there.
Leaving Sopot,
And your luggage.
heading to Lesnau town.
Yes, yes.
Going to McDonald's for a snack. They have as many McDonald's here as they have in the U.S. Nice place. Here's the first sign we saw of our town, 2 kilometers up the road. 2 more miles and we're in heaven. Here you are, Lesnau, the countryside, just as we pull into the town of Lesnau. That's the new name of Lesnau. I don't know if we're here for our parade or not. Sunday today, we're going to go to church in Lesnau town. It's the interior of that church. It's all locked up though. Here's the graveyard in back of the church. We're going to look and see if we see any graves for Lesnau's. And also I'm going to look and see if they bury them with their butts sticking out of the ground like I heard. We'll see. I didn't find any Lesnau graves. Here's a Gruba. My mother and dad have good friends named of Gruba. So that's the closest we come to someone we know. This is the road that takes you right into the downtown section. But the downtown section looks exactly like this. There is nothing here. One little store. But we did see this store here in this corner. And we're gonna look for t-shirts in there. This is inside that store. It's very nice for this little tiny town. But no t-shirts. This is the way the countryside looks in Kashubia area. It's the prettiest part of Poland that we've seen so far. The rest of it is just completely flat and no, not pretty at all. We're coming up into a town that has 29,000 people will spend the night. This is the hotel we're staying at in Kashubia. We are about 25 miles from Lesnau town where there was no lodging. So this is the biggest town in Kashubia and it's got 29,000 people. $71 that cost. This is one of the main sites in this town. The church. I'm gonna go take a look inside. There's a nice museum about Kashub stuff, but it's not open right now. Maybe I'll look in the morning. This is the name of the town we're in now. This seems to be the biggest town in Kashubia. It's an excellent place. Inside the church, as you can see, plain but pretty. Sunday, just a sleepy town. People sitting around. Those are pizza places. Nothing much is open. Quiet place. A giant bowl of soup. Delicious?
No.
My first dish of pierogies. Cooked in butter, potatoes and cheese. In Kashubia. Very nice breakfast at this hotel. Very classy hotel.
Cheese.
This is our favorite waitress.
It's delicious. It's better than delicious.
Our hotel in the town of Torun. It's the oldest town in Europe, and it didn't get bombed during the war. And that hotel is very nice, cost $55. A good bargain with breakfast. We're walking through the old town of Torun, and the first thing we're going to see is the town hall. This is the old town hall, and it was built in 1200. But we can't go inside because it's closed on Monday. The whole building surrounds a square. St. Mary's Church. This is St. Mary's Church. Can't get it all in one picture. It was built in 1300 by the Franciscans. So we're going to go inside now. St. Mary's Church. This is the house where Copernicus lived. Now, who's Copernicus? Who's Copernicus? Oh, I'll have to read it over there. This is the wall that encloses the whole city. And we're going up right now to see a leaning tower. The Leaning Tower. This is inside St. John's Cathedral, and it was built in 1433. Here's the outside of the wall. And the town is situated right on this river. This is some ruins of a castle we're going to go into in a minute. And there's just ruins because in the 14th century, the people of the town tore the place down because they didn't like the rulers' way of doing things. They were monks in here and they were bad to the people, and so now there's just ruins, and then after they tore it down they made a garbage dump here. They must have cleaned the garbage up, but now we're going to go inside. This is a battering ram. Is that got a pointed end over there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll go around. They pushed from here, and then they'd roll this thing up to the wall, and then they'd try to knock the wall down with this here. Well, they're protected by being in this little hut-like. This is the business end of the battering ram. That would smash into the wall after they roll that whole thing up through the wall. Interesting. These are two machines for hurling like rocks over the castle walls. The first one, a small one, which throw rocks about 4 pounds in size and throw them 100 yards. The big one could throw boulders weighing 200 pounds and throw it 200 yards. That's the wall of the old castle and the ruins of the floor. It's a typical street here in the old town.
Look at the
It's all original.
zoom over there and get that old building.
Donkey, you're supposed to rub it for good luck. It's 7 o'clock in the evening right now. We're going for dinner. It's a French restaurant. In the hotel, this is what they have for breakfast. This, a little yogurt, and some cereal. They eat a lot of cold cuts. Early in the morning, and we're heading to pick up the car in the parking lot, heading off toward Krakow. Going into that church over there, and we're in a town that's not too far from Krakow, but this is where the Black Madonna is, and she does miracles. And in August, several million people come to this town to see her. Luckily, they're not here right now. This is the way it looks in August when all the people are here. How'd you like to be in that crowd? That's where we're gonna go in. This is the chapel where they have the Black Madonna, and we're going to see it shortly. And Mary's going to hope for a miracle on her back. All those people are waiting to get in there to see the Black Madonna, and they're praying for a miracle. That's why all these people come, because there's miracles here. It's the organ in the main chapel. Beautiful, beautiful place. These are all images and videos from this monastery, which is huge, where the Black Madonna is.
Here's the treasury.
Pretty place here. And there's the city way over there. I can't pronounce the name of it though. It starts with a C. Here we are at another castle on the way to Krakow. We're about 50 miles from Krakow. We'll go there this evening. Castle grounds. Here's the town below the castle from the top of the tower.
Here's another bride over here.
Look way down in by the grass on the left. You see a little white spot? That's a bride
And girl.
and groom, and they're getting their picture taken. There's about 5 of them around here today.
At least.
I want to show you how thick the walls are in this castle. look like about 4 feet thick, maybe 5 feet. Okay, what if I just leave you there, huh?
I can get out.
No, you can't. I'm going to put a lock on it. Oh, that's not fair. There's the castle and the town below it, which the person who lived in the castle ruled that town. This is some famous castle here that we're going to see, or monastery, and it's close to our hotel. It's pretty here. This is the Wawrel Royal Castle in Krakow.
It's my phone so it works.
We're going to go in to see some private rooms.
No, one room.
Hope we can find a place. This is the interior of the castle. Big courtyard. Time for luncheon, an ice cream cone. That's all that Mary eats is ice cream. She doesn't like Polish food, but she likes ice cream. Oh, the line for ice cream only.
Come here, David, come here.
Just get two.
Dziękuję. Proszę.
That's the way they have all these trolleys all over the place. We're in a tour of Schindler's factory from Schindler's List. That's a miniature tank they use for reconnaissance.
Nie ma się czego bać. Więcej to kulturalnie. Wstyd, że nasz rząd dopuścił do tak haniebnej klęski, że niczego.
We are in the Jewish ghetto quarter, and we're eating here.
geheißen Frederik sei, trinken Brauch und nicken bei. Selbe hat geheißen Frederik sei, trinken Brauch und nicken bei.
I'm loving it here. I love it here. Mary hates it. She hates all the food. Climber walking by. Nice here. This is a Jewish dessert, and that yellow stuff at the top is spun sugar.
I think.
We haven't tasted it yet, but I bet you it's good.
Urwahim benim samah, urwahim benim samah, urwahim benim samah, urwahim benim samah, urwahim, urwahim, urwahim benim samah, 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 urwahim, urwahim, urwahim benim samah.
We're going into this salt mine here, and I buy a ticket up ahead. I understand you go down very deep into the ground. A big line of people where we buy our ticket and then go in.
I don't think so.
Well organized place.
We are on a depth of 64 meters. The mine has 327 meters deep. It has 9 levels. Today we'll go only to the 3rd level, 135 meters. Our tour will last about 2.5 hours. At the end, you'll take an elevator to go up. Before we start visiting, I need to tell you a few more. Value, it was included into the UNESCO World Heritage List in 1978. Right above us is Warsaw. It's great.
We're walking through the mine. It goes down like 600 yards.
Leave something for others.
This is an active chapel or church and the largest underground chapel in the world. That's all carved out of salt.
Where is she?
Carved out of salt in the wall. They actually have mass down here. We're 100 yards under the earth right now. The floor is salt. There's the first time that I saw gołąbkis since I've been in Poland.
I'm looking for soup. Is that soup?
We're eating here in the salt mine. We're 130 feet below the ground. And that's the first time I was able to see a gołąbki. And that's sour rye soup. And what have you had?
I'm having some kind of glump, pierogies.
Pierogi and something else.
Kind of something else. I don't know what.
Through that door is our apartment. 130-year-old building. Which way?
That way.
Now we're walking from our hotel toward Old Town. It's about a 15-minute walk. This is nice because there's no cars here on this road. This is in St. Paul's Church, Krakow, Old Town. Always something good to eat. Now we have just reached the main square of the Old Town. It spreads out from here. Fabulous. Huge, huge square. Shopping, jewelry, forget churches and castles. Shopping is better. This tower, which was before part of another building, which is not there any longer, was built in the 13th century, before Columbus discovered America. Another square next to the last one. Right now, in that building, Mary is shopping for jewelry. I'm going to go over there and go into that church in a second.
Oh, look, 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 look.
A lot of pigeon shit.
Mindegyik szárnyon megjelenik három jelenet, úgy, mint itt a két oldal szárnyon. Ezek a két oldal szárnyon ábrázolnak a Szuzmáriának 6 körömet, és a bezáró, akkor 4-szer megjelenik a 3-as kép, amelyek ábrázolnak Szuzmáriának 12 fájdalmat. Azért mondom, hogy ezt Bibliának megneveztünk. Az oltár minden nap délkor megnyílik, és
This is St. Mary's Basilica, built in 1300. She's saying a prayer for her back, I think. This is a side altar. There's about 10 of these. That's a mummy right there. The body of the saint. This is where we're eating the last day in Krakow. The Royal Duck or something like that. Some kind of duck restaurant. We're at Auschwitz right now. We're standing in line to get tickets to go in. We're over here waiting for our tour. Got a half hour to wait for a 2-hour tour through the death camp. That's the camp entrance over there to the left. And that's where they have the sign says, "Work will make you free."
Orchestra, it was another irony, another very humiliating. Established by Germans in occupied Poland. Jewish people were separated from society. They were sent to concentration camps. Most of them died. They were treated actually. Most of them died. Jewish people were separated from societies and they were married with slaves. He decided with Jewish just after.
This was an army barracks before.
He tried to change color of.
This is where they shot people who needed to be executed. This is the courtyard where they did punishment. Uh, 20,000 volts. Rudolf Hess's house.
Was also captured by.
That's where they hung Rudolf Hess. His house is just over to the right. Now we're going into the gas chamber. Now are in Birkenau, something like that. That's where the trains would come in. And this was an extermination camp. They didn't keep anybody here alive. Everybody came in here they killed him.
Decided to build the second camp. It was destined for 100,000 prisoners. Its surface was 140 hectares.
This is one of the boxcars they transported the people here. In this camp, 800,000 were executed and burned. In the other camp, 100,000. Original boxcar. After the people got out of the boxcars, they were separated. A few of them were selected to live. The other ones on the right side, 90% of them were gassed. And they took this walk right down this lane here toward the gas chambers. They had no idea they were walking to their death.
The corpses were buried.
This is where the people would enter down to that far end. They would take their clothes off, then they would enter the gas chamber thinking they're going to take a shower, and then they would be gassed. Then they'd take them to the ovens, which is that pile of rubble over there. The Germans burned it down. We're going into a barracks to see how they lived in these barracks. The ones that didn't get gassed. This is where they would wash up. We just seen the toilets, big line of holes. Only could use them twice a day. Notice the soap dishes. There wasn't any soap. This is where the barracks was, where Joseph Mengele did all his experiments on over 100 children. Now we're going into the death barracks. People who were selected to die, women, they would come here and wait until they were set to die in the gas chamber. Now we're entering the death barracks. The women were sleeping 5 in each bunk. No food or water. When the crematorium was available, they would take them to the gas chamber.
I have to hold on to you because I can't see. It's real. Yeah.
5 people in each level. 3 levels. 30 Nazis. This is original. No food or water. This is the shower in our hotel here that we're staying near Auschwitz. We couldn't hardly figure it out. Water comes out of either the top one or the bottom or the hand thing, or it shoots out of those 6 holes right at you. High tech. They even have a beer named after us here in Poland. We are famous. We're in the Kashubia restaurant in this town, which I can't remember the name, up by the mountains.
Here.
And it was rated #1, so we're trying it out.
Since 18. Milk borscht.
Buttermilk borscht soup.
Potato soup.
Horseradish, potatoes, ribs. Cream
Brulee.
brulee. Tiramisu.
Tiramisu.
That's where we just ate. It was a fabulous restaurant. Fabulous. One of the best I've ever eaten at. This is downtown in the old town by the city that's up in the mountains. Starts with a Z. We took a ride and up this road here on the right. It goes up to a cable car and then goes up to the mountain. But it's cloudy today, probably not worthwhile going up there, so we're just walking around out in the boondocks. A patch of wildflowers in the mountain and a geyser. We're up in the wilderness right now. Don't you want to see the scenery? You just want to shop?
Well, I want to buy stuff for them.
You already bought a bunch of stuff.
No, look at this.
That's a ski jump over there. And I see they have stands on either side where the people land. That'd be nice to watch. Uh-huh. Polish food. This is some good looking food. And it all costs about $2 a serving. I gotta see what she's selling, some kind of a cakes or sweets or something. I don't know what I'm getting, but maybe it's good. This is a little spot about 10 miles out of the main city, and it looks to me just a place where people come to eat a whole bunch of food from these stands. And of course they can hike in the mountains here too. That's some kind of a bread thing, I think, that you eat. Those other things I bought 4 of, I think they were pierogies, but they needed to be cooked. They were terrible. He's got a bag of oats. This place is sort of like Gatlinburg or Maggie Valley. It's a town with the mountains all around it. I believe the name of the town is Zakopane. And as far south of Poland you can get. Pretty place. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, this is the lady that made the sweater?
Yes, she made it.
A likely story. She's in a shopping frenzy.
Do I have enough to get 2?
What? No. It's a nice restaurant here, and we're gonna have potato pancakes. None of that stuff, even though it looks mighty good. potato pancakes.
With sour cream.
Huh? We are south of Warsaw, about 10 miles, and this is a palace that we're going to take a tour of, and then some gardens. Amazing palace here. The chapel. He died in 1600. The guy who built this. It's the clothes they wore at the balls.
Oh, here it is over here. 10.
All of this that you're seeing was made and painted in 1600. This is the King's Palace.
Donc, mesdames et messieurs, à l'époque de ce jeune homme à cheval, c'est Marie Wieliczka et son mari Louis. Par exemple, les tables étaient les exemples que vous allez voir quand vous allez entrer dans la salle juste à côté. D'ailleurs, c'est là qu'on peut voir de très bons exemples de ce qui est de meubles en marketing. Surtout en face, vous allez voir, il y a un dessin constant.
Armor worn by knights. Mary? Now we're leaving the palace and going to walk through the gardens. We're flying home now. We are in Warsaw, and we just checked in with LOT, the Polish airline, and we're going to go through security. It's Mary way back there. You see her blonde hair.